Hi, and welcome to this segment of Dark Oddity. Today I'm joined by April.
How you doing?
And today we're going to discuss mediumship.
My favorite topic.
And you happen to be a medium.
I am.
Go figure.
Hey, I'm an extra large medium, actually.
Nice. Nice. I'm an extra large.
There you go.
There you go.
That's how we fit at the table so well.
Tell me about being a medium.
So, being a medium, and for those who don't know what mediumship is, and most do, it's that ability to communicate to the other side. Those who have passed on, family, friends, but also extends to angels and spirit guides, otherworldly beings, channeling energy like that.
You just don't speak with families of the dead that, like, say, like me sitting here, you could channel.
Well, I can do that.
By the way.
That is different,
Yes.
and I can do that. But that's we'll get on.
You
to
could
that
talk to any spirits associated around me and my family.
Yes.
Now, when you say you could speak to like angels and stuff, that's something I really didn't know much about.
And that's because most mediums will hone in on those who have passed, because that's where most people want to hear. They want to hear from their loved ones. They want to know, are they okay? Or, did I do the right thing by you? Closure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Closure. Exactly. Closure.
I don't speak English, so don't worry about it.
All right.
I ain't judging. Okay. So now, tell me about what the process is. I mean, like, were you born with this? I mean...
I was born with it. It started to come out when I was 3. My whole entire family have story after story of speaking to this aunt, speaking to this uncle, somebody's grandmother, even family friends would come into the room, and then I would say to them, "Oh, so and so's with you."
Nice.
So I grew up thinking that everybody could do this. That's everybody in my family, everybody around me. I thought everybody could do this. And my brother and I were on a school trip in Richmond Town, and I was speaking to this soldier, bloodied and whatnot, and I'm away from the group now, because when I start speaking to somebody, I follow that person. So if they're walking, I walk. And my brother, Petey, comes up behind me and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm speaking to this man. He's telling me. And he says, "What man?" I said, "The man." And I'm describing him, and he says, "Ape," because my brothers call me Ape. He says, "We can't see that. We don't do what you do. Nobody understands it." And that was the moment where I realized, oh wait, this is something. And I never feared it. I can't say I never had problems with it. I had interesting experiences, but and I just honed it. I never turned it off, and I never, when you get older, you kind of tone it down, because you go into work, you don't want to.
Is it something where you get better at it over the years? Yeah.
It's just like any ability. It's just like using a muscle, right? If you don't use it, it's going to your connection is going to weaker. It's just like using that muscle. If you don't use your muscles, you're not going to be able to lift 50 pounds as opposed to lifting 5 pounds. It's the same thing.
Wow. So when I mistakenly said channeling before, what's the difference between channeling and...
So when you channel, you are actually allowing that person or being to enter into your... I want to say enter into your body is the best way to explain it for those who are not experienced. And there are 2 ways to channel. The best way is for you, I want you to picture a car, you're in the driver's seat, and somebody is behind you. You can feel them. You will get their attributes. You will be able to sound like them. When I channel, my face changes. My eye color changes. Wow. You want to keep that person in the back seat so that you can bring forth their essence. So if I was channeling, say, somebody who's passed on, and you really wanted, if they stepped in, you would be able to look at me and say, "Oh my God, that's so-and-so." You would know. You don't want them to take over the driver's seat, though.
Now, do you know what's still going on in the outside world around you at this time?
Yeah, you kind of, it's like watching yourself on TV.
Okay.
So, like I said, I've experienced...
You would know when I ran after I saw this happening to you.
Yeah, but the whole thing is
sure.
If I'm in the driver's seat, I'll know and I'll be able to control it.
Okay.
The few times, and there's been a few times where I have not been in the driver's seat, and I know somewhere up here I know what's going on, but I have no control. That is something that
Wow.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that position. It's never really.
That can't be too much fun.
It is not. It's a little.
So and
Less fun
you
for those.
you channel as well as you are a medium.
Yes, I channel as well.
Wow, that's great. That's something. I can't wait to go get on these journeys and start checking you out live on
We're gonna have a lot
some
of
these
fun.
shoots
Yeah,
we're coming
it's very
up.
cool. Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be great.
I find it very cool.
Well, you're a medium. You channel as well. So basically, you have most of the abilities that a psychic medium would have. I mean, a psychic, basically.
It's a little bit different. Most mediums do have a psychic ability.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of psychics don't have the mediumship ability, and that's not an insult. It's just two different types of ability. So psychic, you have the different clairs, the different knowing. Medium, you are actually communicating with somebody on the side. Where psychic, you're picking things up with your
telling
intuition.
the future.
Exactly.
And stuff like that. So the different clairs, as you were saying, clairvoyance, I know, is one of them.
Right. That's the art of seeing.
Nice.
Clairvoyance.
And
You're seeing with your third eye.
Nice, yeah. Not with
Yeah.
your two eyes, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. With there's clairvoyance, there's also clairaudience,
Yes.
hearing, which I think is wild too.
That is.
Can you have one without the other?
Yes. Some people are stronger with
Did you
one
hear
than the
that?
other.
Now I don't have to look crazy.
There you go.
I just said
Well,
clairaudio.
that's still debatable.
Yeah.
But mostly, if you have some type of psychic ability, you have all the clairs. You're just usually stronger in one, unless you're using it all the time.
Okay.
Then it's just a matter of what you're picking up on. What's the strongest part?
And now clairsentience. It's the ability to understand what a spirit wants without it communicating audible.
Right. That
or-
just knowing.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
you're referring to. The
Yeah.
just knowing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like
but that's,
that.
and I have to tell you, that's the most confusing for people. Because when you say to them, I just know, their immediate question is, well, how? I just do.
Just know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's clairsentience. I don't speak English. Clairsentience,
Something I can't say.
as opposed to clairsentience.
Yes.
And clairsentience is the clear feeling, a condition which the medium takes on ailments of. Wow.
Yes.
So if they died of, say, like a heart attack, you would get
Oh, I
like
feel
heart
that.
pain?
When I do a reading, I will feel the pain in my chest. Or if somebody has cancer, I feel something in my blood. And I
Wow.
physically feel it. If somebody has a pain in their knee, or if they've had a stroke, there are all these different physical ailments that they've had.
Wow.
A medium will usually feel that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine having like multiple, like 5, 6. I mean,
Yeah. It's you're not walking well after that.
Yeah.
And what they will do is, if you're not picking up, because some spirit cannot communicate clearly. It's just a matter of energy. It's your energy, it's their energy, and it's the energy of the person you're reading. So if they can't get their message across, they will not let that physical ailment go until you identify them or until you get that message clear. So there are times where I'll have to say, you need to take this away. You need to stop making my heart race or the pain in my heart to go, because it becomes debilitating for the reader as well.
That's crazy. And then there's clairalience, which has nothing to do with aliens, right?
Well, yeah, no, it doesn't.
It's
I'm sorry, it
smelling.
doesn't now. Smelling. How many people? That is the most. I was going to say popular.
Yeah.
Most common.
Yeah.
Cologne. Flowers.
Yep.
Cigarette smoke. When my father's around, there's always cigarette smoke. Always.
Nice. That's something
And actually, we should touch on this, because you said something, and I was thinking of claircognizance is the knowing.
clear knowing, yes.
Yeah, we were touching on clear sensing. That's that
Clairsentience.
feeling. Right, that's when you just feel something.
Yeah.
That's the one where I described to somebody, when you're walking down the street and somebody's coming towards you and you have that feeling that you should cross the other side. That's what that feeling is, but without anybody around. It's when you know there's somebody around.
You sense
you feel
something,
it.
yeah.
You just feel it. You don't
Gotcha.
hear anything, you don't see anything. So I wanted to... I told you the clairs are very confusing.
And clairgustance? Am I reading that right?
Tasting.
Clairgustians.
Yeah.
Gustians?
Gustians.
Clear tasting.
Clear taste. Yeah.
So people taste.
Yeah. I have to say that's a rare one for me. I've tasted a few, and that one comes through clear when I'm speaking to somebody on the other side who does not speak another language, who does not speak English.
Wow.
Because they'll be speaking in another language.
Yeah.
I will understand them in English, but I will know they're speaking another language, and if I can't get it, they'll give me a taste of something. That is for myself.
Wild.
That is the only time.
That is wild.
Yeah, that's I'll be sitting there saying, okay, I have a strong taste of coffee, or coffee. I notice comes through sweet, something sweet.
Whiskey.
Whiskey. Yeah. I can. Yeah. Whiskey does come through. Nice. Absolutely.
Nice. Well, how's it going? Well, there's a bunch of different categories under being a clairvoyant, and a psychic, and a medium, and a channeler.
Right.
And these are all very interesting. Now, I have a couple of these. I have the...
Doesn't surprise me.
I can sense when something's about to go wrong. Mm-hmm. I can occasionally see with my third eye.
Okay.
I can hear occasionally. And I have that clear cognizance where I know. So I've
That's
dabbled.
The strongest ones? Do you know which is,
the one with the sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I could get into a lot of stories, which we don't have time for today, but I'd love to look for that on Storytime with Rice. There'll be a segment out soon.
Okay.
But that's such a wide variance of topics that it's just so hard to wrap your mind around that some people have most of these gifts, and you do, as a matter of fact, and it's just,
And the more you use them, the stronger and the more connected you become.
Yeah, and it's awesome that you're part of this team, and very fortunate to have you.
Thank
very
you.
Grateful.
No, I
very
love
grateful.
it. I appreciate you guys took me on.
That's awesome. I can't wait to put this into practice.
Me too.
On the investigations.
I'm waiting.
Coming soon.
Great.
Stay tuned for that, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.